Hi everybody, it is Stephanie, Pretty Princess, and Dominic. I got Dominic with me, but he's picking his toenails like a man. It is, okay, I waxed my lip, and like I didn't have to keep, but like I kept waxing it because I would like miss, or the wax would miss some of the hairs, and yeah, so my lip took too much damage. Anyway, I can't stand looking at it, and I want to like explain what it is, like the herpes. But anyway, so yeah, I waxed my lips. Try to stay baby fresh up here. But hi, it is 2 weeks post-op from my Roux-en-Y gastric bypass surgery, and I've had 2 complications. The first one is one of my incisions split wide open, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 days after surgery, I guess. I got my staples taken out 8 days after surgery. I do believe they should have stayed in maybe a couple extra days, but it might not have made a difference. The staples were already starting to irritate my skin. They were red at the puncture sites. So they glued Steri-Strips on my incisions, and they were coming off very quickly. When I went to the emergency room like 12 hours later, because that happened at night, I was taking a shower, and I had pulled my skin up to like pat myself dry, and popped right open. I went to the emergency room, and they just put more Steri-Strips on. They didn't glue them this time, so I was like, that's awesome. I thought it was going to be a big deal, and they were going to like staple it back up, but they don't like to do that because it causes infection. So, and then, side note, Powerade Zero. 0 calories, 0 sugar. This is what you're going to be drinking right after surgery. Those of you who have not had it yet, who are pre-op, it's awesome, and it tastes okay. So that incision I told you about, that goes through the muscle on the left side of your body, the cellulite inside of my body, not the incision itself, got infected. Pretty much right after surgery. I noticed some sort of like bump that grew from like peanut M&M size to, right now it's in between a golf ball and a tennis ball, but I thought it was a hernia. I was very, very worried that it would be a hernia, because obviously that requires more surgery, especially if it's very painful and it's really big. They cut it out of you, which is not awesome, especially if you don't have people to like take care of your child for you when you're in the hospital for who knows how long. So yeah, infection. They stuck an 18 gauge needle inside of me yesterday to try and pull out some sort of fluid, and nothing came out. The reason they went towards infection instead of hernia, which I didn't notice because I just was like, oh my god, it's so painful, and it's a hernia because I haven't been taking it easy. Not that I didn't want to or anything like that. I don't have any help. I'm like by myself. So, and with my autistic child, it's quite difficult to, lay in bed for hours and get rest. That just makes no sense. God, that would be such a dream. But anyway, so the reason they looked more towards infection than hernia was because when I laid down to show them the bump, the huge ball at the incision site underneath my skin, it was very red and very warm. Boom. That right there tells you infection. So, 18 gauge needle, nothing came out. So she put me on my doctor, which is awesome. I love her so much. She saved me when the ICU treated me like garbage. She came in and was like, oh my god, medications. I was like, yes baby, use your words please. Come here. It's okay. If you behave yourself, I won't spank your butt. He's just all PO'd at me because I spanked him. What's it? No whining. Use your words. I want. Yeah, me not to spank you again. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. You can be in front of the camera with mommy. Who is this? Hey, who is this? George. It's George. Okay, so, yeah. Anyway. Where was I? So she put me on, she's amazing. She put me on an antibiotic and gave me more pain medication. And I have to be honest with you. Okay, baby, not in front of my face. Because it's pretty. JK. Even though, not really, but yeah. I have had 2 refills of the pain medication that I left the hospital with. And it's a liquid medication, and it tastes like rotten vomit. Not even gonna lie. It's awful. But it's strong enough that if I took it and drove and got pulled over, is that even, I don't even know. I was driving and got pulled over, I would get a driving under the influence DUI. So, and I've actually got to take more, to be honest, more than the regular recommended dose. It says here, take 5 milliliters for a pain scale 1 to 4, and take 10 milliliters for a pain scale 5 to 10. And it's never 1 through 4. I wish it was. Yes. Come sit down. Just don't jump. You're being very obnoxious, very loud. Mommy asked you to stop very many times. So I have to take a little bit more just for it to alleviate anything at all, any kind of pain at all. It's okay, baby. So when I got my staples taken out, 8 days after surgery, I had a refill of the medication. I left the hospital with 200 cc's. I got a refill for 400 cc's. And then my second refill that I got yesterday was another 400 cc's. And I even told them, like, you know, I don't need the same, I'm not here for drugs, I don't need the same prescription, whatever, give me that extra strength Tylenol crap, you know, the horse pills, whatever. And they were like, you know, here's Roxastat. And I was like, I'm not going to argue with you, you know? So the pain is pretty nasty, I can't lie, it's actually pretty horrible. If I sit and turn, it's not fabulous at all. And getting up is a witch. It sucks so bad. And anyway, so managing my pain, taking my antibiotics, which hopefully work, because if they don't, then they have to put me on something stronger that apparently is going to tear up my stomach and make me crap myself all day long. And I'm still taking my Nexium. Nexium is to prevent the ulcers after surgery, and I still have some of this left over, which is, it's Zofran, which takes away some of the nausea and vomiting, but I don't have that really anymore. I did this morning, but it was because I was hungry. Just the nausea, not vomiting. I vomited once after surgery, and it was just a bunch of that. I don't know if I said in my video, I was high as a kite, my second video, or not my second video, the one where I was in the hospital. I guess it's normal FYI, it's normal after surgery to throw up like blood that collects in the stomach when they cut it, because you bleed inside. How are they going to take that out, you know? And it was brown, and it smelled like death. No exaggeration. My whole room stunk. And it's just one of those, you know, those little kidney dishes that they give you to like throw up in? Yeah, I didn't even fill that up, and it just, the whole room. Ugh, it was awful. So yeah, and that was right after I had my, they didn't give me barium. Apparently they don't do barium anymore, because if you do have a leak, it's very harmful. To go inside of your body. Stop sniffing around, you old scrounger. You have a bowl full of food, dude. Min Min Pin. It's just terrible. He's a Scorpio like me. It's just freaking awful. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, so they don't use barium anymore. So it was right after my swallow study that I vomited. And ICU, the first thing they gave me to drink was freaking cranberry juice, and it wasn't watered down. It was, 22 grams of sugar, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't pay any mind. What do I know? I love you, but you're terrible. You're terrible. You're so cute. So anyway, ICU was just horrible at the hospital. Like, ugh. So right after my swallow study, I threw up It was bad. It was gross. So I told you my two, I don't even know where I am. I just know my videos are always so crazy long. I'm such a talker. So I guess I can do like a body shot. I haven't lost a large amount of weight. Like, I mean, I guess I have, actually. This shirt that I'm wearing, excuse me, I've never only worn this shirt except for like at night when nobody can like see me and my fat roll's hanging out. Because it was so tight on me, I usually wore it as like an undershirt over a much fluffier shirt. I'm one of those 2-layer color tank top type chicks. You'll see. Like, I like wearing pink and this one underneath or this one on top and pink. Like, you'll see. Anyway. And mosquitoes. And so, but this shirt is not that tight on me anymore, and I'm very excited about that. So I wore my big girl shorts like I wore in my first video, and I'm wearing this shirt. When normally what I wear out and about outside of the house is kind of like, what do you call them? They're kind of like tights / leggings / pants. They're tight to my body, I guess, but I don't look bad in them, I promise. They kind of tuck in stuff. I mean, they're not tight up around my belly or anything like that. Neither is the waistband, but they're tight pants. They're not loose on me whatsoever. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I hope so. I'm getting this bad mental image of how I'm describing them. But I wear those because they like cover up some of like the distinct shape of my rolls, I guess. And it makes me feel better that I can't really see all of my rolls like that. So I guess let's do body shots, body shots. I'm totally gonna invent a drink called body shots. I don't know what's gonna be in them, but I'm gonna fucking do it. Okay. So, this is me 2 weeks after surgery. I can definitely tell that I've lost weight. This shirt used to be like freaking crazy tight on me. It used to be like this tight before surgery, which is why I never wore it by itself. But I will wear this shirt with those pants I was telling you about out and about now, which is just so awesome. I'm so happy. This is me from the side. I guess a lot of the weight has gone right here under my breasts, my ribs area, yeah, like right here. All across here is where I've lost more of the weight, and my belly is drooping a little bit more. My thighs are still hairy, scary. Not hairy, they're just scary. Yeah, and I guess my face and my arms. I've lost a lot in my arms. Woo! So, I'm going to go back and look at my first video and be like, oh my gosh, it's small in my face. My head's like, I'm be even more of an apple head until I lose all my, all my fat, my body fat. But, yeah, so I mean, just those complications, and everything's been okay. I mean, I'm already on like regular food, and I don't know. I don't want to say that I am a doctor's worst nightmare, I promise you guys, but I do a lot of walking. I still, I take the dog out. That's my excuse for, to walk. I'm like, oh, the dog needs to walk. Because here's the thing. This little is terrible. He tries to run out of the house any chance he gets. But the more I take him for a walk during the day, the better he is at, coming back in the house if I'm like, right out. I yell at him. He's like, oh, I'm coming. So I have to walk him a lot. 2 or 3 times a day. What else? I think that's it, to be honest with you. I'm taking all my vitamins, getting in my protein. It's super important. Protein shakes taste like garbage now. It doesn't matter what brand I get. I first tried that Walmart brand. Tastes like ass. I got the chocolate kind. It used to be delicious. I think the only protein shakes that taste good are Slim Fast to me. Those are the only ones that are delicious. But I can't really drink those after surgery. Number 1, they're not a huge source of protein. Number 2, it's not whey protein. Number 3, there's too much sugar in them. So, yeah. But that's what I drank before my surgery was Slim Fast. So, recipes. Okay, so I made some protein popsicles, and I went and bought Muscle Milk, which is still not really a huge significant. It's like 16 grams of protein, so I double scoop it, which makes it taste more powdery. Gross. So you really just have to go out and get like the really expensive, super duper lot of protein in one scoop type of protein. You don't really have a choice. Otherwise, you're not going to get the protein in that you need to in a day. Because, like, I don't want to say it's tough, but if you're not really dedicating your day to making sure that you're eating right, you're not going to eat right. You're not going to, you're going to start losing hair and shit. Like 4 months after your surgery, if not sooner. So I'm doing things like eating turkey breast. Like, I went to the deli counter and was like, let me get 1.5 pounds of really thick slices, So I'll eat one slice and a thing of string cheese. That's like 14, 15 grams of protein right there. And that's a meal for me. And then you can have like a protein shake, which depending on what you do can be like 32 grams of protein or 16 grams of protein. So you just have to figure it all out and test it and see what works for you. But, yeah. I don't want to make this video super long, but it already is. I'm fucking terrible at that. What else? I think that's it. Like, nothing is really... I'm getting in all my water. I drink... Oh my gosh. When I left the hospital, they gave me, like, these goodies. I got a really... Oh, sorry. I'm hearing, like, a weird-ass noise coming from outside. Anyway. They gave me this, like, mug that's, like... I cannot remember what it's called right now. It keeps your shit colder because it's like double insulated mug. Insulated. And it's got one of those straws. I don't know. It's awesome. It's a hospital mug. It's obviously like not cool or anything, but I love it so much. I drink out of it every single day. I'm constantly drinking ice water. I love that thing so much. So if you leave the hospital with one of those, or if you can ask them for one, do it, because it even has like how many cc's it goes up to like a lot of cc's, but it's like even labeled on there so you can see how much you're freaking drinking. It's awesome. So if they have one of those, do not be afraid to ask for shit at the hospital. Like, they make so much money off you and your insurance. Get your shit. So they gave me, should I go get it? Did I already show you guys? I might have already shown you. Yeah, the little breathing machine thingy. I don't use it anymore. I'm good. My lungs are all right. What else? I think that's it. I'm just going to leave you guys alone. Everything's going good right now. Just hardy from my fucking fat infection. So I guess I'll give you an update on that. I'm supposed to see whether or not it's going to go down. I guess I can show you my incisions. Oi. Where am I? Okay, here we go. And I can remember, like, taking up more of the screen than this, and I promise you I wasn't any closer. Okay, so right here is just, the ball is, like, really big. It just really hurts. So this is the incision here that it happened underneath. And then this incision here is the one that popped open on Saturday, and today is Tuesday. Excuse me. And then I have an incision up here that's barely even noticeable anymore. And then here, and then I've got this one that's got a tiny bit of a bump in it. Oh my gosh, so I need to go get that checked out when I go back, because that might start to be another little infection. Right now it's really tiny, like the size of a regular little M&M, but I'm just now noticing it, and it's not cool. So I'm going to go get that checked out. I guess I'm glad that I showed you guys this, otherwise I wouldn't have felt that. But, yeah, so incisions look great. You can still see where I had staples. It's all red still in that area. I'm waiting for my antibiotics to really kick in, because it's supposed to take 24 to 48 hours. So they did. I don't know if you could see it. When I look down at the screen to see what I'm showing you guys, it looks like the color looks inverted, so I can't. Yeah. Anyway, they dotted out where the red was so that I could see. Excuse me, my nose itches. Yeah, so I could see if the redness goes down, because if it doesn't, I need to go back in and get stronger antibiotics. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I know some of you are pretty close to post-op, to my post-op time. Some of you are pre-op. Some of you are like way post-op. If anybody's got any questions or any comments, you know, or any advice, I am way open to them. I love hearing from you guys so much. Send them to me. I guess that's about it. I will just check up with you guys whenever I learn more about this infection, because it's not awesome. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, guys.